Live streaming is on.
All right, good morning, everyone. Hope you had a good week. What we're going to do today is kind of what we've done all week. We're going to work on just converting decimals to fractions and fractions to decimals. Let me play the volume for a sec. Okay. So first what we're going to do is if you get 1.6 and we want to convert that to a percentage. Okay. So this one, I'm going to start out, it's going to be a little, it's not tricky, but you got to remember we have a whole number on the other side of the decimal. We have this 1 right here. So that means basically that's a full 10, okay? So, and then we're going to have basically 6, this would be 6/10. Okay. But what you want to remember is you're going to multiply 1.6 times 100. Okay. And what that's going to give you, if we move that 1.6, we're going to put 2 zeros. So 1, 2, and it's going to be 160%. Sorry about that. That's 160%. Because when you convert a decimal to a percentage, you just want to multiply it times 100. Okay? The next one I want to do is if we have 0.46, we're going to multiply that times 100. And all we're going to do, remember, is move the decimal 2 points, 1, 2, and that's going to give us 46%. And the last one I want to do with the percentage is we'll do one that goes into the hundred. So it's 0.849. So if you get that on a test and they say convert that to percentage, remember you're going to multiply it times 100. And what that'll give you is we're going to move this 2 places because there's 2 zeros. 1, 2. It would be 84.9%. So all you're doing is moving the decimal 2 places to the right. Okay? So let's work on converting a decimal to a fraction. So the first one we have here is if we have 1.4. Okay. So remember, you have this is a 1 in the tens place. So really what that's saying is you have 10 right there. So we have 110 plus the 4 over 10. So that's going to be, the reason it's over 10 because the 4 is in the tens place. So you're going to have 14 over 10, and then we're going to take 2 out of each, and to reduce it, so you're going to get 7/5. Okay? So let's do another convert decimal to fraction. If we have 0.23, we're going to put that over 100 because the 3 is in the 100 spot. And that's just going to be 23 over 100 because we can't find a number that goes both into 23 and 100. So that's the lowest fraction we have. Okay. And I want to do one more. In this one, I'm going to put out 4, 4. So it's tenths, hundredths, thousands. So that's going to go 0.445 over 1,000. Because remember, this 5 right here is in the thousands place. Okay? So that's whatever the last number is, you're going to put it over, that number. So if it was just 4, it'd be over the hundreds. If it was just 0.4, it'd be over the tens. Okay, and now we need to reduce this, and we're going to basically maybe start with 2 and get it to 200. Actually, 200 to, excuse me, 2's not the smallest one, it's 4. 4 will go into both 445 and 1,000. So when you reduce this, you're going to get 89 over 250. Okay, so 4 actually, okay, and let's do one more. Well, let me erase these from yesterday. This is, we're going to do a fraction to decimal. Up here, you guys, I'm sorry, it's 5 is the number. I was thinking it was 4. 5 goes into 44 8 times. That'd be 40, and then it'd be 55, 45, which is 9 times, and 5 goes into 1,200 times. I put 250. It's 89 over 200. I'm sorry about that. Okay. Last one's fraction decimal. And what we're going to do, if we do 10 over 20, we can reduce that, and that's going to be 1 over 2. And all we do is we divide this into that. So if we divide 2 into 10, it's going to be 0.5. And what that would be is 50%. So we know half, that's an easy one. That's like a 50-cent piece. That's half of $1. So that would be 50%. Okay. Let me do the next one. And this would be 1. If you get 1 over 8, we're going to divide 8 into 10. And that goes 1 time, 1 times 8, and we're going to bring the 0 down. 8 goes into 20 2 times. 2 times 8 is 16. That's 40. And 8 goes in there 5 times. So 1 over 8 is going to be 12.5%. Because you would multiply that times 10, and you get 12.5. Okay. And the last one I want to do is 17 over 20. Okay. So what you're going to do is you're going to divide 20 into 17. 20 won't go into 17, but it does go into 170. It's going to be 8. 8 times 20 is 160. 0. And then 20 goes into 100 5 times. So 1, 2, it would be 85%. Okay. So this is just kind of a review, and these are might be questions you might get on the test. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to post a worksheet that has some more practice, just converting to percent, decimals to fractions, and fractions to decimals. Okay, I hope everyone has a nice weekend, and we'll see you next week.